Hello viewers! In this video I'm going to show you how to use the Quick Menu stack, which is part of the platform framework. Quick Menu is a really cool tool to quickly, as the name implies, and easily create a vertical menu structure for your web page. Let's have a look at all the settings together and how they're going to be used. Enjoy! As you can see, I have already started a new RapidWeaver project, and I've put the platform's settings stack as well as the Quick Menu stack onto the page. Quick Menu, as you can see, consists actually of two parts, which is the main Quick Menu stack, which is of course our kind of container, and this container consists of menu items. I can have as many menu items as I like, and as you will see later on, these menu items can be nested. Okay, let's have a look at the Quick Menu main stack quickly and the settings which it has. Of course, there are the normal standard settings which you are already familiar with, and then on top of that we have our specific settings, and the first one concerns edit mode only. So what I do here only is displayed in edit mode. It doesn't affect preview or publish. And it is about displaying a sample menu for your convenience. It is rather difficult to emulate the preview or the publish behavior. So this setting tries to emulate all the settings as good as it can. And toggling this shows you that the sample menu is either shown or hidden. Okay, let's have it on display so that you can see most of our settings which are available down here. And let's hop over to the general section, and first of all it is about displaying child pages. Child pages are basically the pages which are nested underneath a main menu item, and if I toggle this, the child pages, for example under this products menu item, sorry, I'm just clicking wrongly, is either displayed or not displayed at all. Next up, if this setting is chosen, we have a few more settings, which is concerning the child pages. I can remove links from the parents items, like for example in this case, products is a parent item. And if I choose to not have links there, I can turn this off. So it's actually just a node to open and close submenus. Next up, we have the indent, which is as per default set to 22. And this matches perfectly the font size which you have chosen here. So if you change the font size or you have a different requirement, you need to change the indent. Next up is collapsible child pages, which means if I have this enabled, I can open and close this menu node. And if I choose not to have this menu node will always be open, or the menu nodes will always be open, and there will be no option to open and close them, which is indicated by this open and close item, or icon in this case. Next up, we have the marker type, which is per default set to disk. You can have more options, and we have circle, disk, square, none, and inherit. Inherit means it inherits the settings from the main CSS, and circle looks like what we see right now, and square is this. None, of course, removes all these markers completely. Let's leave it like that. And next up we have the color styling, and here we can design or choose the color for the drop-down icon, and we can choose the link color. Let's go to the drop-down icon first. And unfortunately, because edit mode is not very flexible at that point, we can only display the actual color of the drop-down icon when it's in its open state. A closed state we cannot emulate right now. So if I choose a dark red, for example, this is reflected immediately, as you can see here. Or if we go for a dark blue, you can see this. or we can even go for a beautiful purple if that strikes your fancy. Next up, we can also choose the closed option, and let me just set this to a green. But as you can see, it is not actually been reflected because this menu is always open and these sample menus are pretty much static in edit mode. We will see how it behaves later on once we've designed our individual menu and when we go into preview mode. Lastly, we have the extra settings, and these are to choose the font set, style set, and an individual custom CSS class. And this works in conjunction with the font style and wrap stacks. And here you can select font sets, style sets, and you can enter the name of a custom CSS class which is to be applied to this menu. However, this is a completely new or different feature set and requires an individual video on its own. Now let's turn our attention to the menu items. As I said before, I can have as many menu items as I like. And menu items do have their own settings, and there are actually only two. One is called nested, and that makes it possible to have nested menu items like we have here. Products and everything underneath it would be in nested menus, and then we can of course set a link for each menu item. Let's have a look at the nested option first. If I select this, you have this plus icon showing up, and if I click plus, I get a set of 3 sub-menu items. And as you can imagine, each sub-menu item can be nested again. So I can create as many sub-menu items as I like, so that I can actually create quite sophisticated menu trees. All right, let's chuck this away and stick with our submenu. And I'll just quickly give each menu item and submenu item an individual name, like very imaginative, like menu 1, menu 2, menu 3, menu 4. And I don't call these because it's submenu 1 and submenu 2. All right. Now let's have a look in preview mode what this is going to look like. We have menu 1, which has submenus. And why is this kind of dark gray? This is because we chose disable links on parents. Now we have just this as an open and close node basically, and all the other ones can have their individual links. So if you go back to the edit mode and select quick menu, and as you remember, we had chosen to remove links from parents. This means, like here, let's hop over to display, preview, and now this has an active link. So if I clicked on that, that would select the link behind this, this menu item. However, I can still click on this open bracket here and still open and close the submenus. So it depends on you and how you would like to use your usability or create your usability. And if you need this link to work, yeah, of course, by all means, I would actually suggest, if you have submenu items, disable the links and just work with the submenus. As you can see, we also have different colors for the open and close of the drop-down icon. And I can just click on this, and of course when it's closed we have this in dark green, and when it's open it is in this very interesting pink. One more word about the link setting. I didn't mention that before. Here we go with the standard dialog, and you can select a URL, a page, or a resource to link to. So this brings us to the end of this video about the quick menu stack. I hope this was informative or at least entertaining for you. So if this is the case, please leave me a like, then I'm happy. And maybe even consider subscribing to my channel. So see you the next time. Thank you for watching and bye-bye.